First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Well, good morning to you and welcome into Fox 10 Midday. Happy Friday. We've officially made it to the weekend. It's great to be with you. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell.
And I'm meteorologist Hannah Fink.
Hannah, we're taking a live look outside at the beach right now. We're seeing a lot of sunshine. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful out there. I feel like it's not as warm though, because we have some gusty winds out there, so it's making it more of a cool 60 degrees rather than a warm 60 degrees. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is the coolest it's going to get in the next week. So if you want to wear your ugly Christmas sweater, today is the day because it's about to get warm out there. Well, let's take a live look outside across the area. Blue skies, not a single cloud in the sky either, thanks to some dry conditions across the area that came in behind a front that passed early this morning. And that's another reason why we're feeling some of that cool air. So temperatures right now across the area slowly getting to 60 degrees. We have 58 in Mobile, 61 in Gulf Shores, 60 in Crestview, 53 in Bruton, 53 in Grove Hill, 55 in Calvert, 55 in Lucedale, and 59 degrees in Fairhope. Now, I mentioned those dry conditions. Well, here they are. The threshold for that dry category is 55 degrees or less. Well, we're well into that. A lot of us are seeing 20s for dew points out there. Most of us are seeing 30s. Just know this plus those gusty conditions are actually going to make it feel cooler outside rather than warmer because, you know, dry conditions plus added wind gusts, it's going to add about 3 to 5 degrees of a difference to the actual temperature outside. So as you make your way out the door, definitely grab a light jacket because, like I said, it's a cool 60 degrees. Even though we have that sunshine out there, it's not going to help us all that much, but we'll be near 60 degrees by noon. 60 still into 2 p.m., then 59 degrees by 3 o'clock, then the mid-50s starting by 5 o'clock, and those winds out of the north around 10 miles per hour. But wind gusts today are going to be near 20 miles per hour, so that's why we're feeling a little cooler out there. But this afternoon forecast is going to be pleasant, cooler, but on the sunny side, 60 degrees by 2 o'clock, 59 degrees by 4 p.m. And we're going to continue to have a warming trend starting this weekend. 70 degrees on Saturday, the mid-70s on Sunday. So that warming trend officially starts this weekend. It's actually going to last into our Christmas. The Climate Prediction Center actually has us in the warmer than average category going into next week. I'll be breaking down more details on your Christmas forecast as well as your weekend forecast coming up.
Hannah, thank you. Breaking right now, a bond hearing for a Mobile police officer accused of sexually abusing a child just wrapping up. A Baldwin judge issuing a $500,000 bond for Jacob Clifford. According to court documents, Clifford faces 4 counts of sexual abuse of a child under 12 and 3 counts of sodomy in Baldwin County. Court documents say Clifford does know the alleged victim. Clifford has been placed on administrative leave from Mobile police as soon as they learned about the allegations. Mobile police say he will remain on leave pending the result of an internal investigation. Some of the conditions of his release on bond also include a GPS monitor and no contact with any minor except his own biological children. Also breaking on midday, 43 critically missing children are safe for the holidays thanks to a major operation in North Florida. Operation Northern Lights, led by the U.S. Marshals Service, included multiple agencies, including Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, Escambia, and Walton counties, also Pensacola and the Crestview Police Departments. 3 children from our own area, all from Okaloosa County, were recovered. A 17-year-old and a 1-year-old were found outside Jackson, Mississippi. A non-custodial adult was arrested for interference with child custody, and we're told other charges may be pending. And a 15-year-old victim of a non-custodial abduction out of Okaloosa County was also found in Ocala, Florida. That adult was arrested for interfering with child custody, and we're told other charges may be pending as well. The initiative focused on children at high risk of violence or exploitation, and a total of 9 arrests were made. The recovered children, ages 1.5 to 17, are now receiving vital medical and social services help. Officials are calling this the most successful missing child operation ever in northern Florida. Now, this is a developing story. We will be asking more questions and bringing you much more information right here on Fox 10 News as we get it. And new today, the search for the suspect in both the Brown University mass shooting and the deadly shooting of the MIT professor ended last night at a New Hampshire storage facility. There, authorities found the man dead from a self-inflicted wound. Fox News correspondent Brian Yennis has more from Providence.
The community stepped up.
The manhunt is over, and Claudio Neves Valente, the man accused of killing 2 people at Brown University and an MIT professor, is now dead. This case was broken wide open by a homeless man known only as John. He's a former Brown student who locked eyes with the gunman just 2 hours before the shooting, then followed him out of the building and played a game of cat and mouse throughout the neighborhood. John then wrote an anonymous Reddit post about the gunman's parked gray Nissan sedan. Police used that information to trace the suspect to a storage facility in New Hampshire, where he was found dead. We asked police why a homeless citizen noticed a suspicious person and not the cops.
That's what we should all be doing, right? And it's just personality. Some people are more interested in finding out what others are doing.
But police still won't say what they think the shooter's motive might have been.
Some general gripe against the school, somebody leading a slipping down life. And then there's this professor at MIT who seems to have been everything that this guy perhaps wanted to be.
Meanwhile, life is slowly returning to normal on campus. Some students say they're still in shock, while others just want to get back to class.
You know, we're all starting to get back into the flow of things, going back to regular daily motions. It's still a little bit hard, but we're, making our way there.
The Rhode Island Attorney General says John should be eligible for the $50,000 reward for information about the shooter. In Providence, Rhode Island, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
2 people were killed and 9 others injured in the shooting at Brown University last weekend. And one of the people killed was from Mountain Brook, Alabama. Ella Cook was just a sophomore at Brown University, and she was vice president of Brown's College Republicans. Listen to this. The Trump administration says it's immediately suspending the Diversity Lottery Immigrant Visa Program, which is a green card lottery program that allowed the Brown University and MIT shooting suspect to enter the U.S. The announcement coming after authorities revealed the suspect was a Portuguese national. Officials say he arrived in the U.S. through the DV-1, eventually obtaining legal permanent residence in September 2017. Well, meanwhile, Erica Kirk, the widow of slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk, has endorsed J.D. Vance for president in 2028. The Turning Point USA CEO made the announcement in Phoenix on Thursday at the opening night of Turning Point USA's annual America Fest conference. It's the first conference since Charlie Kirk, who co-founded the organization, was assassinated in September. Vance has not yet announced plans to run in 2028, though as vice president, he is widely considered a Republican frontrunner in the next presidential election. Vance is scheduled to speak at the America Fest conference this upcoming Sunday. And we have some new information this morning about that plane crash in North Carolina we first told you about on Fox 10 Midday yesterday. 7 people died in that tragic crash. Former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle, his wife, their 2 children, and 3 others on board were killed. The Federal Aviation Administration said the plane crashed while trying to land at Statesville Regional Airport just north of Charlotte yesterday. The NTSB is leading the crash investigation. We'll update you as we learn more. Back here at home, the Alabama Department of Human Resources, DHR, announcing that the first round of Alabama EBT cardholders will be receiving new chip-enabled cards. Officials say the cards are an effort to help prevent theft of benefits. Right now, the Alabama DHR is currently testing out chipped cards in several central Alabama counties, but not locally yet. Once the test program is complete, the new cards will be mailed to all cardholders living in the remaining counties. The commissioner of the Alabama Department of Human Resources says this program change has actually been in the works for a long time, but no word on when the test program will be completed. With Christmas just around the corner, the United Way and TrueBridge came together this morning to make sure families in the Africatown community wouldn't go without. Fox 10's Stephen Moody is live this morning with much more. And Stephen, this truly is an amazing gesture as we get closer to the holiday.
Yeah, Ashlyn, it was a beautiful day for this, as well, as you can see behind me, and just in time for Christmas. The groups here were handing out food boxes here at the Africatown Hall and Food Bank as well, and it was smiles all around.
It was the perfect festive occasion Friday as dozens of boxes of food were handed out to those in the community who needed it most. The United Way, TrueBridge, and its volunteers did their best to make sure that every car that lined up early was able to leave with something.
It's all about community. I think we're really lucky to live where we do on the Gulf Coast. We love our neighbors. We help each other out in times of need. Our job at United Way is to improve the quality of life. And so seeing things out here like this today to make sure people are whole and have their basic needs met so they can go out and serve their families, serve their community, get back to our workforce, which is just a really incredible thing. And we're honored to be able to do it.
Volunteers were on hand to help with traffic flow, distribution, and guiding families through the process. And when they got here, they realized just how important the job was.
I pulled in and there was already a line of cars, and so it really speaks to you, the need in our community. So it tugs at your heartstrings and knows that we're doing the right thing here today. So it feels good.
And as we get ready for Christmas, it means a lot to know that this food will help feed a family on Christmas night.
Getting everybody together, it feels great, and to see the food going in the boxes and to know how far it's going to go and how many people it's going to impact is great.
Now, as you can see, this parking lot is empty because this was a first come, first served while supplies last event. That means that they were able to hand out every bit of food that they had, including free turkeys, which families were surprised with when they got in line. So all of that food will now go to families in need. Reporting live this morning here in Africatown, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
What an incredible story there, Stephen. Thank you. Well, attention, American Airlines flyers. Some of your flying benefits are about to change. We'll tell you what they are coming up. Plus, don't get stuck in the holiday hustle. Today is your last chance to travel before an estimated 122 million Americans hit the roads and the skies. We'll tell you what to expect and how to navigate the record-breaking holiday rush in just a moment. Before we go, Hannah, not a bad day to travel if folks are getting that jump start.
It definitely isn't. It's a nice cool 60 degrees across the Gulf Coast, pretty close to average, but if you like the warmer temperatures, they are on the way starting tomorrow, and they're going to last all the way through Christmas, so we're going to have a warm and sunny holiday coming up, but unfortunately, if you like the cold, it's not looking to be cold anytime soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday. Today is considered the last day of travel before the holiday rush sets in, as an estimated 122 million Americans should head to the skies and hit the roads over the next few weeks. Fox's Rebecca Castor is at Reagan National Airport, where many travelers are already getting a jump start.
'Tis the season for holiday travel, and it seems like we say this every year, but once again, travel experts are predicting a record number of people to travel over the next 13 days. It's the Friday before Christmas. And all across the country, millions of Americans are getting a jump start on holiday travel.
We're coming home to see family and friends. It'll be nice to be back home.
We weren't sure if we were going to be hitting the holiday craziness or not, but it's been an easy day.
AAA projects this year's peak travel period starts Saturday and will run through January 1st.
Pack as light as you can, especially if you're going to be traveling with gifts and you're going to be checking luggage.
For those traveling by air, about 8 million people are expected to fly, a 2.3% increase from last year.
Get to the airport 3 hours early. I know that sounds extreme, but these days most airports have so much to do.
And for those traveling by car, which is most of us, it's projected nearly 110 million will be hitting the roads, up 2% from 2024. Nationwide, gas prices are the lowest they've been in 5 years, falling below $3 per gallon.
It's not as painful at the pump.
It's always nice to have cheaper prices.
And if you're driving to the airport, it's suggested you show up early, reserve parking in advance, or use public transportation.
Yeah, I Ubered here and it was pretty easy.
As for which days you can expect to see the least amount of congestion, not surprisingly, Christmas and New Year's Day. At Ronald Reagan Airport outside Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
And happening right now, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is preparing for those crowded roadways. The agency says its 12 Days of Safety campaign is officially underway. Troopers encourage you to think twice about your safety while on the road.
Your emergency kit inside the vehicle, which includes blankets, some type of water, some type of food, some type of snacks, making sure the spare tire is in there, making sure that the spare tire is properly inflated.
And they also urge drivers to, of course, wear your seatbelt, adhere to the speed limit, and avoid distractions like talking on your cell phone or texting. And if you have been drinking alcohol, never get behind the wheel. And our Sarah Wall is going even more in depth on that holiday travel today, again with millions of people expected to hit the roads and the skies and the rails on their way to their holiday destinations. She's taken a look at what you can expect if you are traveling, some new safety reminders from law enforcement, and the best and worst times to get out there. That's all on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app right now, and you can always catch her live at 9 a.m. And by the way, if you are flying American Airlines this week, listen up. It is eliminating some flying benefits for one category of its customers. American says its basic economy flyer will no longer earn miles or loyalty points that can be built up for elite status. American says basic economy customers can still get some perks like one free carry-on and one personal item, as well as in-flight entertainment and cabin snacks and drinks. If you're already an elite member and you fly basic economy, you are still eligible for American's first-class upgrades on domestic flights. The move actually mirrors Delta's change, which has cut Delta Sky miles for basic economy ticket holders.
Here is a live look outside over at Pensacola Beach. It's a cool, nice day across the Gulf Coast for our Friday. Definitely a little too cool to head to the water, but that's overall what we're expecting for our Friday. We're going to have cool and dry conditions thanks to a cold front that had moved through the area earlier this morning, but right behind it, we're going to have a pleasantly warm weekend and a spring-like Christmas week, so that warming trend is going to continue on. So forecast highs today, slightly below average. They're usually around 63 degrees this time of year. Well, some of us are barely even going to make it to 60 degrees for a high. You can see Mobile, a 60-degree high there, 60 in Atmore, 62 in Crestview, 61 in Pensacola, 60 in Fairhope, 58 in Grove Hill, 61 in Leakesville, 60 in Calvert, and 63 in Pascagoula. Now, even though it's going to feel like 60, it's going to be a cool 60 because not only do we have those dry conditions, but we have some gusty winds bringing us that northerly dry air. So we're going to be seeing about 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts throughout the entirety of the afternoon. But luckily, as we get into the dinner time hours, that will calm down. So do make sure that your holiday decor is well anchored to the ground because we have another gusty day tomorrow as well. But for afternoon planner today, definitely recommend a light jacket if you have any outdoor plans. It'll be sunny though, 60 degrees by noon. We'll stay near 60 until about 2 o'clock. Then we're back into the upper 50s starting by 3 o'clock. So your weekend forecast, if you're not a fan of the cool weather, don't worry, it's going to warm up quite quickly. We have 35 for a low tomorrow morning, but then quickly into Sunday morning, 54 degrees, and that's going to continue on throughout the next 7-day period. So we're going to see 70s for this weekend. It's going to be very comfortable for our Saturday. Then our Sunday is going to be even warmer with partly cloudy skies, but we could see a rain chance in the future cast. This is a graph model, so do know that this is going to change. We're staying very dry for our Friday and Saturday, then going to introduce a little bit of cloud coverage into Sunday morning. Here are those spotty showers. That's why we have about a 20 to 30% chance for some isolated showers to move through the area. And keep in mind, a lot of us will be dry, but if you do see a shower, it's going to be extremely short-lived, about 10 to 15 minutes in duration. Then right behind it, this high pressure system boots those clouds out of the area, and this is going to settle in over us. This high pressure system is this hill look right here. What does it do to us? It acts as a dome, trapping in any warm air, and then also gets rid of cloud coverage and any chance for rain in the forecast. So that's why the Climate Prediction Center is highlighting in a warmer than average week for our Christmas, and you can see we're definitely well above average, usually around 63 degrees. This is the departure from normal, and some days are 10 to 11 degrees above average for our temperatures. Feeling a little bit more like fall for our Christmas. 73 degrees, mostly sunny day, but a nice feel. And even we could see a little bit of humidity with winds out of the south-southwest around 7 miles per hour. So overall, our 7-day forecast is going to be staying warm with plenty of sunshine going into our holiday week.
All right, Hannah, thank you. It's 11:22 now, and get ready. Santa is gearing up for his annual trip. We'll show you how the Missile Defense Agency is using their high-tech systems to follow Rudolph's glowing red nose on Christmas Eve. Stay close with us on Fox 10 Midday. Welcome back. The city of Daphne is helping families get into the Christmas spirit. The Jubilee Christmas celebration is in full swing at the Daphne Civic Center. There is a full indoor ice skating rink for families to get out and enjoy, but it's not really ice. The city's director of events explains how the ring works.
What I describe as a material sort of like the plastic cutting board, which allows the skates to slide on the ice. It's the best we can do down here in South Alabama when it's 70 degrees outside. So it is a fun way for us to bring snow to South Alabama.
And in case you missed it, the ice skating rink will be open again today from 4 until 8 p.m. and the event is completely free. Also, skates will be available in all sizes. And excitement is building as Santa gets ready to make his annual visit to drop off toys to kids around the world. And we are getting our first look at a new way officials will be able to see where he is on Christmas Eve. The Missile Defense Agency at Redstone Arsenal near Huntsville, Alabama, will be tracking his sleigh on Christmas Eve. Usually, the agency concentrates on monitoring for ballistic missiles, but it says it will use that same tech to track Santa through Rudolph's glowing red nose.
He flies way too fast from what I've seen in the past for any of the missiles to be able to catch him. And so I think they're safe the way he moves. No issues.
He's flying at Mach 3, so 650 miles a second. So he's rolling.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fast. Officials say the system they use is similar to how NORAD has been doing it for the past 70 years. Well, if you are hoping to add a furry friend to your family this Christmas, the Mobile County Animal Shelter wants you to adopt. We're told the shelter is well over capacity, housing nearly twice as many animals as it can handle. We visited the shelter and met some of the cats and dogs still waiting to find their forever homes.
We are overflowing, over capacity completely. We're sitting at about 200 dogs in the shelter right now, and not even including cats. Hi, Mama. They might not have the space in the home at that moment to adopt, but if you want to come walk a dog, give baths, give treats, just sit with them. We have the foster program where you can foster long-timers, sick dogs, animals that need a little extra TLC.
And for those who are maybe interested in fostering, from my understanding, y'all do kind of help them out with it, correct?
Yes, absolutely. If you're fostering, we'll cover everything. Their kennel, their food, medication, anything that they're needing while they're in foster, we take care of completely. Our favorite word is adoption. That is our end goal for all these animals that are in the shelter. Our adoption fees are sponsored through the week, so through the 20th of this week they will be completely sponsored. That's puppies, adults, cats, everything. A very sweet little dachshund mix who has the best personality. That's Wanda. She's a sweet girl. Romeo's actually been here since he was about 5 months old, and he's 10 months old now. So he's a puppy that's been hanging out with us a little bit longer than we would like. Hello, look at those pretty green eyes. What are you doing? Hi. He's just in a holding kennel as we're moving around dogs and trying to put him into a visible spot since he's available for adoption. We're at the point where all of the adoptable dogs are taking up pretty much what would be the normal capacity for the shelter. So we have over 100 dogs on adoption right now. So that's where our numbers are really sitting. They're dogs waiting for homes. They're not dogs on stray hold. They are dogs that are fixed, up to date on vaccines. They have their microchip and rabies, and they're ready to go home today. So anybody who's wanting to adopt, we got plenty of lovely adoptable faces waiting to go home. Come here, sweet boy. Hi.
And they are all precious. You can browse available animals on our website before visiting. Just head to fox10tv.com to see which dogs and cats are available for adoption. It is on a first come, first served and must be done in person basis. Adoption fees are waived until December 20th. Well, it's 11:29 now, and coming up, are you looking for a high-paying job with great benefits? We'll tell you about the six-figure salaries and how Walmart is recruiting from untraditional places. Plus, want to enjoy your holiday feasts without overdoing it? I know I want to. We're diving into the science of gastrophysics, revealing simple tricks like using smaller plates and even the color of your dishes to help you eat more mindfully this holiday season. Hannah, I'm definitely looking forward to the food here in about a week.
I'm also looking forward to the food and the warm temperatures coming up into this weekend leading into Christmas. But for now, over the next 12-hour period, we're going to make it to about 60 degrees, which is the warmest we will get today, then slowly decline until we get into the upper 30s into the overnight hours tonight with plenty of sunshine, then a clear night sky right behind it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back. It's time now for your half-hour headlines. First, Snoopy and the Peanuts gang are a big part of the holiday season, and they have a brand new owner. They will be mostly owned by Sony. It purchased an additional stake in Peanuts Holdings for $450 million. Sony now owns 80%. The family of Peanuts creator Charles M. Schulz will retain the remaining 20%. The sale values the Peanuts business at more than $1 billion. And then the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, reaches a settlement with Instacart. The FTC accused Instacart of false advertising and harming shoppers by the FTC. As part of the settlement, Instacart will pay $60 million in refunds. The money will then go to customers charged for Instacart services without their written consent. The company also agreed to stop what the FTC called deceptive practices over free trial memberships. And finally, the governor of Tennessee has pardoned rapper turned country music star Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, whose real name is Jason DeFord, was convicted of robbery as a juvenile. He was granted parole in 2005, and while on parole, he was charged and convicted with possession with the intent to sell cocaine. He finished serving that sentence back in 2016. And if you're looking for ways to eat more mindfully this holiday season, you may want to try using the science of gastrophysics. Gastrophysics is how our environment influences food decisions. Simple changes can shift how much we eat and how satisfying it is. You might want to use a smaller plate to trick your brain into thinking you're eating more. Research shows red plates actually can help you eat less. If you're at a holiday buffet, walk around before choosing, as we tend to grab the first foods we see, not what we really want. Pausing gives your brain time to make a mindful choice. And if you eat more than planned, just be kind to yourself, as it's common during the holiday season. Well, TikTok signs a deal allowing the popular social media platform to keep operating here at home. The world's richest person once again has ideas about the world's finances, how AI maybe makes saving money unnecessary, and voters say go slow on AI development. Here's Fox's CJ Papa with today's business headlines.
TikTok announcing a new U.S. venture allowing the popular video app to stay in America. The deal is set to sell over 80% of the Chinese-based company to American investors as a way to avoid a U.S. government ban. TikTok CEO says the agreement will enable, quote, over 170 million Americans to continue discovering a world of endless possibilities as part of a vital global community. The new U.S. company will be valued at around $14 billion. The deal expected to close next month. Elon Musk weighing in on the Trump accounts for newborns set to roll out next year, saying they're a nice gesture, but may not be necessary going forward. That's because he says saving money won't be necessary with universal high income set to prevail in the future. Michael Dell of Dell Technologies is backing the Trump administration's proposal. Musk says, quote, it is certainly a nice gesture of the Dells, but there will be no poverty in the future, and so no need to save money. There will be universal high income. Musk is on record saying AI and robotics will eliminate poverty and the need to work, creating a universal level of wealth. And new Fox News polls are shedding light on how Americans are feeling about AI. 63% of voters say they are concerned about AI, while only 37% deny having any worries about the new tech. Despite the race against China for advancement, 80% of Americans prefer a careful approach to developing AI, and less than 20% favor a quick progression to beat our adversaries. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Listen to this. Walmart is seeing more interest in their truck driving jobs, especially among women. The jobs pay as much as $135,000 a year. Walmart operates the largest private commercial fleet in the world with 16,000 drivers. Walmart anticipated a shortage years ago, so it started recruiting from untraditional places and also trained workers and offered favorable schedules. Now, a new report says women are 18% of Walmart's truck drivers overall. Well, the last major meteor shower of the year, known as the Ursids, peaks soon. The Ursids peak Sunday night into Monday morning and will be visible until the day after Christmas. Sky gazers usually see 5 to 10 meteors per hour during the height, and there's even a possibility for outbursts of up to 25 meteors an hour, according to the American Meteor Society.
Here's a live look outside over at Fairhope Pier. You can see some gusty winds through the area as that American flag waves, but look at those nice blue skies out there. Overall, it's going to be a pleasant day for our Friday as we go into this weekend. A little bit on the cooler side. Here's a look at our current conditions across the coastal areas. At Gulf Shores, we're seeing about 61 degrees, and over in Pensacola, about 59 degrees. We have about northwesterly winds around 8 miles per hour in Gulf Shores and about 10 miles per hour outside of Pensacola. And it's going to continue to increase, and in certain areas it might be a little stronger, especially near the coastline. So we're going to see about 20-mile-per-hour wind speeds going on throughout the entirety of the afternoon. Keep in mind this is specifically for the Destin area. A lot of coastal areas are seeing something similar to this, about 20 to 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and that'll last until about dinner time hours, 6 o'clock, when we start to see wind speeds around 10 miles per hour. So they don't calm down nearly as fast as like our inland areas. So that's why the National Weather Service had issued a small craft advisory. Luckily, this does expire in the next 20 minutes, but you still want to be cautious because those gusty winds are still not going to let up, and it's causing for some rough surf in certain locations. And here's a look at our beach forecast. Now that we're getting into the holidays, a lot of people are coming down here to celebrate Christmas now that the weather is going to be nice. So keep in mind, we do have a high risk of rip currents today. Temperature is near 63 degrees, so it's a nice day to go outside and walk along the beach, especially with these sunny conditions, but those gusty winds are definitely going to be blowing out there. Overall, today's forecast around 60 degrees with plenty of sunshine and strong gusty winds out of the north around 13 miles per hour. Then tonight we cool down quite quickly. We'll be near 35 degrees with clear skies. The winds do calm down out of the east around 5 miles per hour. So for our forecast today in our Mississippi spots, we'll see about a high of 63 in Pascagoula, 63 in Hurley, and 62 over in Leakesville. And then our more inland spots, we'll see a high of 59 in Grove Hill, 60 in Atmore, 59 in Evergreen, 59 in Beatrice, 61 in Fruitdale, and 60 in Atmore. Then in Mobile and Baldwin County, we'll have a high of 60 in Mobile, 61 in Bay Minette, 61 in Robertsdale, 63 in Gulf Shores, and 58 in Dauphin Island. And then moving over to Northwest Florida, 62 in Milton, 61 in Crestview, 64 in Fort Walton Beach, 62 in Perdido Key, and 60 in Walnut Hill. And today, well, overall this weekend is going to warm up quite quickly, and it lasts until our holiday forecast. So actually we'll be in the lower to mid 70s on Christmas Eve as well as Christmas Day. And look at Christmas morning, 54 degrees. Overall, it's going to be a nice and toasty day across the Gulf Coast. More like a spring-like pattern is what we're seeing in the 7-day forecast. So definitely above average. We could see an isolated rain chance on Sunday, but then a high pressure system really starts to dominate over the area, meaning we will see less cloud coverage as we go into next week, and warmer conditions overall with temperatures in the morning in the 50s. So the ugly Christmas sweater, you can really only wear it today because today is the only time it'll really be cool in the next 7-day forecast.
All right, Hannah, thank you. It's 11:41 now, and the holiday spirit is certainly alive and well in the Port City. One of the newest Mystic Societies just dropped off a mountain of toys for our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive, and we'll show you that story in a few minutes. Plus, even under the sea, the Christmas spirit is alive as well. We'll show you this annual tradition that highlights ocean conservation. All right, welcome back in. We know Christmas is 6 days away now, but Christmas did come early to some very good animals at the Whipsnade Zoo in the UK.
Elephants and lynx were some of the zoo animals that enjoyed festive holiday treats from Father Christmas, who were really their zookeepers.
And you can tell they are enjoying it for sure. Zoo officials say during Christmas they like to put a festive twist on the animals' enrichment activities and make the season feel extra special.
Human visitors to the zoo can also enjoy some Christmas-themed animal discussions and events.
We were talking about this a few moments ago. Stormy, your dog, would probably
Yes.
love something like this, you think?
Oh, she needs it. She needs it for her little brain. But, you know, they do these things where they're like game enrichment things that are supposed to like last 15 to 20 minutes.
Right.
She does it in 5 minutes. So I need something like this that they do for like the bigger animals.
So she's smart,
Yes.
for sure. I love it. Well, even the underwater animals get to enjoy just a little Christmas spirit.
Santa Claus and Mother Christmas putting on their diving equipment at the Marine Aquarium in Rio de Janeiro to help feed the marine life.
Oh, the tank holds 924,602 gallons of water and is even home to sharks. The annual Christmas dive aims to highlight the importance of ocean conservation. I'm impressed that Santa has the beer down there too and everything.
Too.
I mean, look at that.
I want to join. I want to go feed a shark.
Santa's busy these days. I
He
did not know
really
that
is.
I did not. Did you know Santa swam with the sharks?
I did not know that.
That's pretty incredible.
Mrs. Claus must keep him busy. She has a to-do list
She has
for
a tight
him.
schedule for
She
him
does.
this year.
She's running it in the North Pole.
I believe it. Well, listen to this. Members of one of the port city's newest Mystic Societies, the Order of Chaos, just dropped off a slew of gifts for our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive.
They brought gifts for children of all ages. This is the second year the organization has donated to our toy drive.
Yeah, and we are so thankful for them. The Order of Chaos, by the way, was launched in 2023. They are an incredible organization. I actually did a story when they first came to the port city, and they told me that their mission truly is to just serve the community. So a huge thank you to everyone who donated to this amazing cause.
The Order of Chaos will roll February 6th at 6:30 p.m. in downtown Mobile, following the Order of the Inca Parade.
Are we already talking about Mardi Gras?
I mean, we're already in Christmas, which is crazy enough. It's 6 days away.
Listen, the day after Christmas, I mean, New Year's is basically Mardi Gras for us because I think our first parade rolls in January.
It does, because that was the biggest culture shock for me is Mardi Gras. I've heard of Mardi Gras, didn't know it originated in Mobile until I moved down here. But what was the biggest thing for me is how long we celebrate Mardi Gras.
It's so long. Lots to look forward to. Of course, we love it here on Fox 10. We'll keep you updated. Well, a playoff rematch with plenty of history and plenty at stake.
Alabama is heading to take on Oklahoma tonight in the first game of the college football playoff.
Oh yeah, I know lots of people will be watching this one. This will be the second time the two teams face off this year. Alabama did lose to Oklahoma earlier.
And they lost to Oklahoma in the regular season last year, so Bama has a lot to prove. Kickoff is tonight at 7 p.m.
All eyes on this game for sure. Are you an Alabama fan?
I mean, not really. I don't look at college football that way. Like, we're from the Midwest.
We are.
so-
That's why I asked.
Yeah, because NFL is more of our go-to, like the major league sports, like the National Football League and things.
Right.
Like when I moved down here, people were like, "What's your team?" I'm like, "Oh, the Chicago Bears." They're like, "No, Roll Tide or
I didn't really have one.
War Eagle or something."
I guess I'm wearing red, so Roll Tide. My husband's an Alabama fan. Probably going to be watching that game for sure. But listen, it's 11:49 on your Friday. Let's take a live look outside. Hannah, where are we looking?
We are looking out at Dauphin Island, and it is a gusty day. You can see those flags waving out there. It is a cool 60-degree day today, but don't worry, a warming trend is on the way. I'll have more on that coming up after this break.
Welcome back. A rare and pretty unusual case caught on camera in the Arctic wild as researchers are stunned by a documented example of an unprompted polar bear adoption. Jeremy Roth has this story in today's Take a Look at This.
A team of Canadian researchers were stunned to discover a very rare case of polar bear adoption in the wild. In a video, the team with the nonprofit Polar Bears International say they had previously encountered and tagged a mother and single cub in the western Hudson Bay area in the spring. But when they caught up with the same mother again in the fall, they got an unexpected surprise.
She had 2 cubs, and the second cub was untagged. So at some point in the last year, she has taken on this extra cub.
The team hasn't yet figured out why the adult female adopted the unrelated cub, but say using genetic sampling and GPS tracking tech, they are hoping to find out more about the circumstances. They also added cases of polar bear adoption in the wild are unusual and rare. In the nearly 50 years the organization has been studying some 4,600 bears in the region, this is only the 13th such such case documented.
It's relatively infrequent, but it's just nice to know that the bears are looking out for each other.
Speaking of looking out for each other in the frozen tundra, fire rescue officials in frigid upstate New York got careful and crafty to rescue a wild deer trapped on a frozen inlet in Ithaca. They lassoed the frightened animal and then slid it hockey puck style across the ice and to the shore. They say the deer was cold but uninjured, and they were able to release it safely, but not before getting in a few affectionate pets on its furry little noggin, a gesture social media followers seem to appreciate dearly. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I love that story. Jeremy Roth with the puns always.
He always makes me giggle. I don't know how he does it, but he always slides something in, and if you're not listening, you don't get it. But
a great story for this Friday.
It really
for sure.
is, especially with the animals. My heart.
Oh, we love them. We love the animals here on Midday.
We do, and we actually are a big fan of the forecast today too. Today is a little bit on the cooler side, definitely slightly below average, about 3-4 degrees, but it's going to be a cooler below average just because we have gusty winds and dry conditions overall across the area. So we're going to be around 60 degrees throughout the entirety of the afternoon, then slowly dipping into the 30s overnight tonight. So enjoy the cooler 60s because it's going to be a cold night tonight overall. But we do have a warming trend entering into the area thanks to a high pressure system this coming weekend. So on Saturday, we're going to have about a 70 degree high. It's going to be warm and pleasant. And then it's going to be even warmer on Sunday with a more mild feel. But we do have a 20% chance for rain, and that's for more isolated showers that are on and off throughout the day. They're going to be very short-lived. Most of us will be dry too, to keep in mind. And then if you're wondering if it's going to be warm for Christmas, it definitely is going to be. We have kind of like a spring-like atmospheric setup where temperatures will be well above average in the lower 70s, even some days grazing the mid-70s with plenty of sunshine. Not many clouds in the sky either because high pressure prevents cloud coverage and also rain coverage. So our Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are going to be near 73 degrees for a high, and Christmas morning is going to be 54. So that's a quite warm morning ahead. And then in our 10-day forecast as well, right now models are hinting for an even warmer setup for the weekend after Christmas. So it's one of those setups really where today you're going to want to dress like it's winter time outside. Then you're going to want to have, instead of an ugly Christmas sweater, I know they make them because my brother has a pair, ugly Christmas sweater trunks. Have you seen those?
Yes, I've seen those. That's a great option. Listen, my parents are pretty jealous that we're getting 70 degree weather.
My parents are coming to enjoy
both
with me.
from the Midwest. So get out there, enjoy it. Enjoy the cool weather today while you can. Happy Friday. Thank you for watching Fox 10 Midday. We'll see you on Fox 10 Live at 3 p.m.